BRAINY presents the most powerful paradoxes of life. Life is full of paradoxes, things that don't quite make sense on the surface, but reveal deep and profound truths upon further examination. They make us question our assumptions, challenge our beliefs, and help us discover new insights. Here are 11 enlightening paradoxical truths that will reshape your perspective about growth, authenticity, and fulfillment. Number 1. The more you try to impress others, the less impressed they will be. When you try super hard to impress, it often has the opposite effect. It's like there's an inverse relationship between effort and impact. People can sniff out when someone's just putting on a show, and when they sense that you're trying too hard, it can actually turn them off and make them less impressed. In contrast, when you are confident and genuine in your actions and interactions, it tends to make a stronger impression. Number 2. The more you hate a trait in someone, the more likely you're avoiding it in yourself. You might not even realize it, but deep down, the things you despise in others are often closely linked to your own insecurities or shortcomings. It's human nature to project our issues onto others as a defense mechanism. When we see a trait in someone that triggers negative emotions, it's usually because it hits too close to home. It's like a subconscious reaction that says, "Hey, I don't want to be like that." So the next time you catch yourself really hating a trait in someone else, take a moment to reflect. Maybe there's something there that you're avoiding in yourself. Number 3. The more available something is, the less you will want it. This paradox can be attributed to the basic principles of human psychology and the concept of scarcity. We tend to place more value on things that are rare or hard to get. It's that feeling of exclusivity or wanting something that others can't easily have. But when something is readily available, we take it for granted, and it doesn't hold that same allure. That's just how our minds work. The more accessible something is, the less we want it. It's a good reminder to appreciate the things that hold true significance, recognizing their worth and not underestimating their importance. Number 4. Not making a decision is a decision in itself. Sometimes faced with difficult choices, we choose not to decide, hoping to evade the potential consequences. However, not making a decision is still a decision in itself. By remaining indecisive, you allow circumstances or other people to decide for you, which may not align with your desires or values. Sometimes the fear of making the wrong choice or the discomfort of uncertainty paralyzes you. But life is filled with choices, and avoiding them leads to missed opportunities and a sense of powerlessness. You can choose to actively participate in shaping your future, courageously facing tough decisions, and embracing the growth and learning that comes from making choices, whether they turn out to be right or wrong. Number 5. The more you try to keep someone close, the further away you'll push them. Ironically, the more you try to hold on tight, the more someone can slip through your fingers. You want to have a close relationship, so you put in all this effort, but it pushes them away instead. People value their freedom and independence, and when they feel suffocated or trapped, it often leads to resistance or withdrawal. Conversely, the more you loosen your grip and give someone freedom and space, the more likely they are to want to be closer to you. Number 6. The more honest you are about your faults, failures, and imperfections, the more perfect you appear. In a world obsessed with perfection, hiding faults and imperfections can be tempting. There's always the worry about being judged or rejected if others were to discover our flaws. But the paradoxical truth is that the more honest and authentic you are about your shortcomings, the more perfect you appear in the eyes of others. It's almost as if embracing your flaws elevates your character and earns admiration. This is because people are naturally drawn to those who are real and willing to show vulnerability, as it makes them more relatable and approachable. Number 7. The more you try to argue with someone, the less likely you are to convince them of your perspective. Engaging in debate and discussion can be intellectually stimulating, but the more you push your opinions onto others, the less likely they are to truly listen and understand your point of view. People generally have a tendency to become defensive when confronted or challenged. Their guard goes up, and they become resistant to what you're saying. Nobody likes feeling attacked or belittled, right? By taking a less forceful and more understanding and respectful approach, you might find that your point of view resonates more with them. Number 8. The more you fail, the more likely you are to succeed. Failure is often seen as something negative, but it's not necessarily bad. In fact, failure can be a great teacher. It helps refine your approach, reassess your methods, and ultimately improve your chances of succeeding. The more you fail, the more you understand the different paths to success, and the more resilient and determined you become. With every failure, you gain knowledge and experience that can increase your likelihood of succeeding. Number 9, the more you seek comfort, the more discomfort you experience. At first glance, it might seem like seeking comfort would lead to a peaceful and pleasurable life, but it can actually result in more discomfort and dissatisfaction. Striving for comfort all the time can develop into a state of complacency and resistance toward change or challenges. Minor discomforts or setbacks can become increasingly distressing and difficult to handle. Consequently, you experience frustration, stagnation, and an overall sense of unfulfillment. So learn to embrace discomfort. Willingly pushing yourself out of your comfort zone can lead to tremendous personal growth and a sense of accomplishment. Number 10, the more you give, the more you receive. This paradox highlights the interconnected nature of giving and receiving. By sharing your time, resources, and love with others, you not only make a positive impact on their lives, but also invite abundance and fulfillment into your own. When you give without expectation or ulterior motives, you often receive something in return, be it in the form of kindness, support, or opportunities. This doesn't mean that every act of giving will result in direct reward, but rather that giving tends to create a positive cycle of benefits. Number 11, the more afraid you are of death, the less you'll be able to enjoy life. When you're preoccupied with the idea of death and dying, it can interfere with your ability to be present and fully engaged with life. It leads to excessive worry and can even turn into a phobia. In contrast, when you're not as fixated on the prospect of dying, you tend to be more relaxed, carefree, and able to enjoy the little things. You're more likely to take risks, try new things, and make the most of your time on Earth. That's not to say you should be reckless with your life. It's all about finding a balance, acknowledging the fact that death is a natural part of life, but not letting that fear dominate your every waking moment. Ultimately, these paradoxes remind us that life is complex, nuanced, and often contradictory. Embracing these truths can lead to personal development, expanded awareness, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.